On this week's Breaking News, we talk May the 4th, and Mando and Grogu make their entrance. Yu-Gi-Oh! Goes into its competition phase, and for all those Shrek fans out there, get ready for a brand new set that you're going to love. All that and more on this week's Breaking News. But first, I want to talk about a really cool store, a Brick Monarch shop. This website is designed for all those AFOs out there that are looking for some great t-shirts with classic logos, some home decor you can put on your walls, such as shields, and some other great iconic aspects from the LEGO history. You can head over to the link in our description for Brick Monarch shop, and you can get a discount of 10% off using backtobrick 10. That's backtobrick 10, the number 2. So head over there so you can get some really cool AFO swag. All right, now let's get to the breaking news.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brick. I'm your host Garrett, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow AFOs about their LEGO designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things LEGO's been up to for the past week. Thank you all for tuning in to this week's podcast. I'm very excited to talk to you about, well, all the latest LEGO news, because it may not be a super busy week, but it is a big week for all those Star Wars fans, and of course we'll get into that here. But first, I want to thank the patrons over at Patreon who are huge supporters of the podcast. They get it early as well as ad-free, and then we build a small community of people that love the Back to Brick brand and, well, support me, because I really appreciate all those that are listening, as well as all those that are even more supportive, I guess, through the Patreon would be a good way to put it. And for all those that are listening, thank you again, and make sure to check out my YouTube channel as well, and let your friends know. The more people that have fun with this, I love that we get to spread the news, get people to really understand what's happening with LEGO for the week, because it's not just what LEGO's come out with, but what the LEGO community is doing. Now, on the admin side, I've been trying really hard to get into the Pokemon card build, and it's been tough. There's a lot of stiff competition, but I have 2 more that I'm going to be designing, and I'll have to just spend more time doing that. I really enjoy doing them, so try not to put pressure on it. Just enjoy the builds. And if you've put it in, I hope that you've felt the same, because there's quite a few out there that are definitely above and beyond really good, because there's so many good designers out there. But that's all I have on the admin side today. We will be doing our set reviews at the end of the episode. As I always do, I do a little deep dive into 2 sets, one LEGO and one a Rebrickable set, to talk about, well, what I think about them. Our first one is going to be 75645, the One Piece Battle at Drum Castle set. It's one of the newest sets. And then our Rebrickable set is the Alpha Team Ice Blade revamp by Lego Man Arthur, and it's a very cool rendition and upgrade to a set that I loved when it first came out. All right, everyone, that's all I have. Let's get into this week's first breaking news story. This truly is breaking news, as it was just a leaked image, but it came from a post over on Instagram that we're getting a Shrek and Donkey buildable figure. Now, this is the first time we've seen it. We've had rumors that Shrek is going to be part of the LEGO lineup. This one has a buildable Shrek, a buildable Donkey, and even has a little Puss in Boots minifigure. Now, it could have been buildable because it's bigger. The characters are bigger than just the minifigure, but I think they just wanted to get it just right, maybe not increase the piece count. I don't know, but I wish they would have done a little built one. But it is very well done. The characters are as accurate as you can be at that scale. They even have the little swamp sign, some sunflowers, and overall a really fun build. As a Shrek fan myself, we grew up with Shrek. This is a fun addition to the LEGO lineup for that, as well as when they're coming out with the 5th movie here, and there's rumors of the collectible minifigure series of it. So I'm all in on this Shrek fandom, and I'm going to have to rewatch the movies now that I've seen this. Now to the biggest news of the week. This is for all those fans of Star Wars, because May is this next month, and May the 4th is one of the biggest, because they do 2 Star Wars Day in the fall, and then this one has been the biggest one for, well, forever. And this new set is the 75442, the Mandalorian's N-1 Starfighter. It's 1,809 pieces, 18 plus rating, and a cost of $250. And it comes out, of course, on May 1st. It is really fun to look at. I love the N-1 Starfighter. It's from my childhood as episode 1, and this is from the Book of Boba Fett when they rebuilt it to have it for Mando since he lost the Razor Crest. And it's I wish it was the regular N1. Somebody will update it and make it that N1 Starfighter. But it has some of the lacquered silver pieces on the front end. It has the ribbing with the additional engine on the rear. We've got a new cockpit piece that unfortunately has stickers that we're going to put Mando in, and it even has the little cockpit at the top where an astromech droid will go in, but it's for Grogu. A lot of little stickers as well. It comes with Grogu and Mando. They are not new minifigures. They are existing ones. There's a new mold for Grogu, but that doesn't really matter. And they've increased the cost. It's not $240, which that's an increase already of from $230. Now it's $250. And at 1,800 pieces, that's about 15 cents per piece, 15 cents per piece, which Star Wars always has a markup, but that's a pretty aggressive markup. Now, will I want to get this? Yeah, because I really like the N1 Starfighter. And there's so many other ones that they could have done. I think they did this because the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is on the way this, I think, in May. So they definitely did this as a poignant thing. And yeah, it looks good. I can't justify the price. I think if you dropped it down $40, then maybe it would be a lot better to have something like that. But it's pretty long. It does have a lot of details, a lot of swooshing effect that you can do. It's stable enough. It has a nice base stand as well as the plaque. Just the price, it really pushes you away from it. Now, of course, since it is May the 4th, we're going to get some gifts with purchase. Our first one is the Dark Saber. And this goes along the lines of what we had for the other lightsabers, because we had Luke's, we had Vader's, we had Yoda's. But this one's a little bit different because it's not exclusive with purchase of the Starfighter. This is just a gift with purchase that you can get when you buy anything over $160 or more. So that's great to hear, because I think that was a missed opportunity. A lot of people were pissed off, and the secondary market was crazy. I mean, it still is. For like $100, you can get a gift with purchase of the lightsabers. So it's pretty stupid. Now we do have a couple others to go along with it. The Mandalorian and Grogu what's it called? Lithogram. It's one where you move it and the picture moves with it. It's a little metal piece, and it looks like it's just them in their cockpit from the ship itself. It's fine, I guess. I don't really get that. Another weird one, for 2,500 points, you can get the Mandalorian Grogu metal card. And it's a metal card with Mando and Grogu in like a printed piece on the metal. 2,500 points, you need to spend over $350 to even get that amount of points. Those are weird gifts with purchase. The Dark Saber is a really good one. And I mean, spending $160 is really easy now. And Star Wars is definitely their biggest hit come May. So look out for those. And of course, more probably to come. And when I say more probably to come, here's some more to come. The new Insiders Rewards also is a large-scale print. This one is one of my favorite prints that they've done. It shows the Starfighter going across the water with the binary suns in the background. It's a large-scale poster at 1,800 pieces. It's 30 centimeters by 40 centimeters. So what is that? Like 2 feet by 3 feet or something like that. And then there is a sweepstakes for 50 points. You can get the signed version of the Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter, and then a bunch of other things. Some of the brick heads, the plushie Yoda. So the little goodie bag to go with it. And those will be over on the Insiders Reward Centers from the 1st to the 6th. For May the 4th, we're getting 8 sets that will be coming out for that. Specifically, the Mandalorian Grogu Allies and Villains brickhead set. It's $40. We've got the Yoda and Darth Vader bust from $40 and $50 respectively. The Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter that we talked about. The AT-RT Starship from the movie. Grogu, the buildable one, $130. That looks the same as the other one that they did. And the playable, the Razor Crest, at $150. And it's fine, sure. I don't know why, but yeah, I guess that's what it is. And there's another gift with purchase, but this one does not qualify for the large scale purchase when you make the N1 Starfighter. You have to purchase something else. This is the poly bag of the Razor Crest. You have to spend $40 or more on select selected Star Wars sets. It is one of the best ones I've seen in a long time because it's pretty small, but it's got a lot of detail for it. And it might be even better than the Playscale one because it's small and it still has all the details you need. So stay tuned for the rush on May 1st. There will be a line online and at the store too. Barnes & Noble has done their own build events from time to time, and now they're getting an exclusive set that you can build. It's a Mandalorian and Grogu set on May the 4th, and you have to sign up while supplies last for this build. And it's 147 pieces, and it has a buildable Grogu and Mando. The figures look interesting, but they come with a black instruction booklet, and having that many pieces to build a figure is, I think, newer, and especially for like a Barnes & Noble build, they do have them from time to time, but not like this, particularly, at least from my talking about the news broadcast on this. And I said it was May 4th. It's on May 2nd at 3 p.m. and 3:30 at your Barnes & Noble, but call ahead, make sure that they're available because not all Barnes & Noble stores will have them, and make sure to get yourself and your kids there and especially because there's good pieces in it too. Even if you don't like the build, you just want to get some of the pieces, definitely go and check it out. LEGO Ideas Yu-Gi-Oh! Competition is now in its phase of voting. There are a total of 5 that you can vote on. Let me walk through them. The Summoning Stiffer and the Sky Dragon at Battle City, the Duel Across the Millennia, Blue Eye White Dragon, the Millennium Puzzle Duel of the Eternal Rivals, and the Heart of the Cards. All have their own unique takes on Yu-Gi-Oh! From the battle deck holder, where you could use to place the cards to battle against some of the legendary creatures. One specifically is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And the one I like, the Heart of Cards, has one of the characters, but also the buildable figure as the main Yu-Gi-Oh! Person, and the cards kind of laying out like that. Not sure which one will be selected. I never was truly into that much Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon's my thing, but they had some really fun characters, and I do remember having a couple of the cards. I don't know where they are. I have my Pokemon cards, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still a big place in the heart of a lot of nerds from the 90s and 2000s. Spider-Man New Day is going to get some Lego sets. Let's walk through a couple of them. Spider-Man Hero figure, it's 813 pieces at $100, and this is a take on like what they did for Iron Man, and I think it's a much better buildable figure. The face piece is a little bit different, but I think it's still a nice take on the Spider-Man and having it mobility, so you can put it in different poses for it. And of course has a minifigure to go along with it. Spider-Man Prison Transport Chase at 367 pieces at $50. And this one comes with the Punisher and another character. I actually don't know who that is. I have to look that up. But it's a 6-wheeled vehicle, and you know who doesn't like a good vehicle and a Prison Break. Then we have Spider-Man versus Hulk Epic Clash. It's 534 pieces at $90, and this is an A+ set, and it's just a giant tower. It's got it looks like a couple evil characters, the Hulk, Scorpion, and I don't know the other two, but it's an interesting build. It's really not that complicated and kind of boring in general. But that's what we have so far for Brand New Day or whatever it's called. And they're okay sets. Most of the movies that they do sets for are not the best ones, and this is kind of same indication of that. So just look for that helicarrier to come out, and that'll be your best bet for Marvel in the future right now. I haven't talked about it too much, but there has been a lot of videos using Lego in the war on Iran that, unfortunately, we started. Not we, but you know who. And there was a specific different channels using AI versions of Lego depicting, that person with, all the war that's happening and all the destruction. And YouTube has actually placed a ban on all of those groups because of, intellectual property, most likely. But it also talks about the foreign minister of Iran has said that's the suppression of the real depiction of what's happening. It's Lego, it's propaganda. I get it, but guess what? There's so much propaganda from the United States they don't suppress either. You shouldn't use Lego though, in any way possible or any form. for depictions of political gains or war, or any of that. So I don't think it's bad that they banned them. I think that's good. I just wish it just didn't happen. War shouldn't happen. And I think that having Lego depicted just kind of adds another layer of just really strange, just not good. Very interesting discussion, and we don't have to get into it very much, but yeah, the channel was banned, and if you see more Lego like this, it shouldn't be used in this way. A $250,000 Lego collection is going up for auction. It's a woman in Brisbane in Australia is putting her entire collection up, starting at $1 and working through a full auction from 50 years of collecting and trying to, whittle down. There's things from Star Wars, Harry Potter, the architecture sets ranging all over the place. And she said, after a little bit of research, this could well be one of the largest in the world ever offered at auction as one whole collection from one single vendor. And the bids actually start on April 20th. So if you're in Australia, or I think they'll probably do it online too, you can bid on some of these sets. A lot of them are retired, of course. And there are probably sets that you want that's cataloged. It looks just like a Lego store or like the Lego museum of the amount of sets that they have. She is going to make some good money from it, and hopefully she's okay with selling these because, she put them up, but it's still a lot to kind of part with some of these Lego sets for sure. In June, we're going to get some new Fortnite sets, and some of those rumors, we've got a tomato. It's going to be the smallest of the sets coming out at 210 pieces, and it'll cost about $18. And it's part of the tomato head skin that we've seen, the Der Burger minifigure of it. Then we're getting the supply drop, classic Fortnite blue box with balloons attached to it. It's going to cost about $45, and the crate's going to have a bunch of different things and references, of course, and of course for building. And there's one called the Kit. It's an 18 plus. It's an 18 plus set at $110, and I'm guessing we're going to get a lot of different things to add to building large scale mechs and warehouses and so many different things. More so building those scenes from Fortnite. It's about 1,200 pieces, and then we have the Rave Cave. This is the largest one at $230, and it's going to be part of the Fortnite game. It's a brick built cuddle team leader bust being built from the center, roller coasters built around it, and so many other details that I have no idea what they're about because I don't play Fortnite. But at 1,963 pieces, it's definitely going to make an impact on what we as Fortnite fans or you as Fortnite fans are going to enjoy. We get our first look at the summer sets for Ninjago. Our first is Lloyd's Dragon Mech Battle Pack, and it's a small size mech that a minifigure head can fit on top, so it looks like, minifigures in there. It actually might with the chest piece on it. And then two other smaller minifigures, the Kai and Cole combiner vehicles. So we've got two small vehicles, and I'm guessing they can combine together. Zane's Ice Dragon Battle, similar thing. They've got minifigures and a small Ice Dragon. This is a 4+ set. The Wildfire's transforming dragon mech. So it looks like a massive dragon, and then it transforms into a large scale mech. Land Bounty. It's a 6-wheeled vehicle that it looks like has modular sections to it, so you can have a section liftoff, which is pretty cool. And then the big ones, we've got the Twin Titan mechs, so large-scale mechs for the minifigures, different blades and characters. The Battle at the Dragon's Blade. The Ultra Dragon Battle is the biggest one that they have with a base section, a 4-headed dragon to it with wings. Just a lot of details from the Ninjago lineup, and really trying to capture those battle scenes with the main creatures and the mechs. And they keep hitting out of the park for a lot of Ninjago fans, and even mech fans have some really creative takes on what they can do with Lego to create these iconic characters. There's an exclusive gift that you can buy at airports. It's a gift with purchase. It's a small airplane, special edition labeled, where it's got 2 pilot and flight attendant minifigures and an old school plane, like the built ones that you used to get in the early 2000s. And it's 149 pieces. It's not really that crazy, but it does have. It seems to appear in some airport stores. One is in the Singapore Changi Airport, and looks like we're going to get them around the world in these different settings, probably from airports. So if you're in an airport and have a Lego store, go check this out. Maybe you can pick one up yourself. The Bricklink designer sets for Series 5 are going on sale soon. They'll be going up on April 20th at 4 p.m. BST. What's BST? It's probably 12 or 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for that. And there's a total of 5 that had already come out previously: The Adventure of Transylvania, The Antique Shop, The Mushroom Village, The Popcorn Wagon, and The Thieves of Tortuga. This is to get the rest of the stock out that didn't sell, which a lot of them did sell, and it's exciting that more people are going to be able to get them because they're fun. There's some good ones. There's some ones that a lot of people don't need, but I'm glad that they're selling, and for those that didn't get it in the first chance, now they can, or at least attempt to. Lego had a program for donating your Lego sets so you can get some cash back to go towards new Lego sets. It's called Lego Replay, and you take your old Lego sets, you can present them there, and they'll give you a gift card for the amount per weight or whatever it'll be to have that go towards somebody else. They'll clean them and then resell them probably, or put them in other sets. Not maybe. Actually, I don't know what they'll do. Maybe they melt them down. Who knows? But it's actually going to be coming to some Lego stores from April 17th through the 19th. Some stores are getting this chance to do that. They've got in the Destin, USA, the Flatiron District, the Nebraska Crossing, the Station Park. There's about 20, I'd say, a little over 20 stores across the United States that are going to be doing this. You can go to Fifth Avenue, and this gives you a chance to bring in those sets that you might not want anymore to get some cash towards some new ones. And, reusing these bricks and having them be given to others is, I think, one of the best things that you can do if you don't have kids or niece and nephews or what have you, that you can do it through this program. And that's all the breaking news we have this week. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's podcast. I appreciate all of you taking time out of your day to listen to this podcast. Hopefully it was educational. You learned a lot of things about Lego, especially about May the 4th, since that is the big thing coming up here soon. And just the community itself. Thank you again. I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure to subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. And come back and listen to more breaking news. Now, stick around, because now we're moving into our set review segment. Our first one is 75645, The Battle of Drum Castle. It's a one-piece set. It'll cost you $110. It's a 9+ set at 1,038 pieces, and it comes with, I guess you could say, 6 minifigures for it. Currently, it's on pre-order because it won't release till August 1st, which doesn't make sense to me because the new season already came out. But there's a link in the description if you would like to pre-order it. Now, it does come with, as I said, I guess 5 different figures. We've got Monkey D. Luffy, Nami, Sanji, Vivi, and Tony Chopper, and the Tyrannical King Wapol, with different weapons all over his body. And I guess, of course, they've got their own weapons to it. But the castle itself is funny because it looks like a Disney castle. It's just the gray stonework with the grayish blue roof pieces and a lot of snow features. But when you turn it around, there's different depictions of a bedroom. It looks like a chemistry set area, a fireplace, and the upstairs is a throne room. And it's very much a play style set. There's a battle scene that it looks like you can do in the courtyard, because it does have not only the main castle but the kind of entryway courtyard. And the details of it really, I think, capture what One Piece is trying to go for, because it's not just about like the ships. There's scenes. There's things that people like from the anime and the series that are interested in having a set like this. So at $110 for that piece count is pretty good, especially for the custom minifigures that some of these are. And for One Piece fans, this is an iconic scene, I think, from season 2 that I think they'll enjoy. Now, moving on to our Rebrickable set. This one is the Alpha Team Ice Blade Revamp by Lego Man Arthur. It's 306 pieces, and the instructions will cost you €3, which is about $5. Now, if you don't know, the Alpha Team was a huge hit when I was a kid. They were like adventures, and they faced off against a battle like Skeleton, a team, and Evil Villain. And they had different areas that they went to, and one was the Arctic, or the Alpha Team in the Arctic. Now, this one set from the old days was just kind of like a blade where it had like some what would be tracks on the backside and a ice blade, so like a skate where it has a cockpit in the back, and you used to skate around on the ice. But then if you needed to travel across a crevasse or something, you could transform it into a helicopter. And that was one of my favorite things about the set, was that you could transform it. You just roll up the back and the front to change from the trailer tracks and everything, and have it move all the way forward for the cockpit section, and blades come out on the top so that you can turn it into a helicopter. And such a fun design, build, and an intricate way of having a Lego set be able to be multitude of different things. I mean, who doesn't want to have a vehicle that can skate along the ice and then transform into a helicopter and take off and go somewhere else? And at such a small scale, they did a great job in bringing it up to the current build standards and mechanics of things. They use the original cockpit piece because they don't make that anymore, and it has this really cool like transparent, or this reddish screen section over the full glass cockpit area. I love it. It's very well done, and I think they captured the essence of the old set in a new set. All right, everyone, that's all I have. Thank you again for listening, and I'll leave you as I always do. Get creative, get out there, and go build something.